Hello. Welcome to OJ Studios. Please enjoy this chapter of Punishment 2 and Half, The Third Easter, by Olivia Julius.
After we got done with the Easter Junior Queen contest, we all got into Ethan's car, and we drove back to the cabin. As soon as we got to the cabin, I raced to grab my book bag, and then went up to the bathroom. As I ran, I could feel the skirt of the dress flow around my legs. I quickly locked the bathroom door behind me and let out a long sigh of relief. Finally, alone, I wasted no time in shedding the dress and makeup, eager to return to my comfort zone. With practiced efficiency, I stripped off the layers of clothing, each piece feeling like a weight lifted off my shoulders. I searched in my bag and found the one-piece swimsuit and quickly put it on. I was so excited to be playing in the river that I didn't care that I was wearing a girl's swimsuit instead of a boy's one. I will admit, girls do have better swimsuits than boys do. As I slipped into the one-piece swimsuit, a sense of freedom washed over me. The snug fabric hugged my body comfortably, and I couldn't help but appreciate the simplicity of its design compared to the elaborate dress I had just worn. With a grin, I exited the bathroom, ready to join Brittany, Emily and Gracie by the river. They greeted me with cheers and laughter. As I waded into the cool waters of the river, the sun's warm rays kissing my skin, I felt a sense of exhilaration. Gone were the constraints of the dress and the expectations of the contest. Here, in the refreshing embrace of nature, I could simply be myself, free from any pretense or pressure. Together with my friends, we splashed and played in the river, the cares of the world melting away with each ripple of water. In that moment, all that mattered was the joy of being together, surrounded by the beauty of the natural world. As the afternoon sun dipped lower in the sky, casting a warm golden glow over the landscape, we reluctantly emerged from the river, our laughter echoing through the trees as we made our way back to the cabin. Back at the cabin, Ethan had fired up the grill, preparing a feast of burgers and hot dogs for dinner. The tantalizing scent of sizzling meat filled the air, mingling with the earthy aroma of the surrounding forest. We gathered around the picnic table on the cabin's porch, our damp hair drying in the gentle breeze as we eagerly dug into the delicious meal. Conversation flowed easily, filled with laughter and camaraderie as we reminisced about the day's events. As the sky darkened and the stars began to twinkle overhead, Ethan suggested we build a campfire. Excited by the idea, we quickly gathered firewood and arranged it into a neat pile, anticipation bubbling in our veins as we awaited the flickering flames. Once the fire was roaring, casting dancing shadows against the backdrop of the night, we settled into our chairs, marshmallows in hand, ready for an evening of storytelling and stargazing. Underneath the canopy of stars, surrounded by the comforting warmth of the fire and the company of my friends, I felt a sense of peace settle over me. The worries and uncertainties that had plagued me earlier in the day faded into insignificance, replaced by a profound gratitude for the simple joys of friendship and togetherness. As we laughed and shared stories late into the night, I realized that it didn't matter whether I wore dresses or swimsuits, whether I answered as Adam or Amanda. What truly mattered was the bond we shared, the memories we created, and the unwavering support of those who loved me for exactly who I was. "I can't wait till next year," Emily said. "I am going to be Junior Queen next year." "What makes you so sure?" I asked. "Yeah," Brittany said, "Amanda might become Junior Queen next year." They all looked at me when I didn't say anything to refute Brittany. "Look," I said, taking a deep breath. "Being Amanda is fun and all, but it's not who I truly am. I appreciate you all supporting me and wanting me to be Junior Queen, but I think it's time for me to embrace who I really am." My friends looked at me with a mixture of surprise and understanding. Gracie reached out and squeezed my hand gently. "We love you no matter what, Adam," she said softly. "And we'll always support you, whether you're Adam or Amanda." Emily agreed, and from inside of the cabin I could hear Ethan yell out that it was time for us to call it a night. All three girls looked over and began to run inside, but I stopped Brittany before she went in. "So, are you mad?" I asked. Brittany opened her mouth like she was going to tell me something, and then she stopped. Instead, she stepped closer to me, she put her arms around my neck and looked me in the eyes. I put my hands on her hips, and she smiled up at me, then she did something that surprised me. She kissed me on the cheek. "What does that tell you, Adam?" she asked. Before letting go of me and taking me by the hand,